Hi, guys. We are going to do a piece on a project on plexiglass. Now, I want you to see that this is an oval and that we have round ones. So you go to onestroke.com. It has a film on it that you peel off, like a plastic little film on front and back. So when you get it, it's not clear. It's supposed to be protected with that film. And so I just took the edge and peeled it up. So I want you to see it's all ready to hang. And I think you're going to like what we're going to do. Please excuse my boo-boo. I had stitches, a little trip. All right. So I'm going to put this on the overhead. Be sure that you guys subscribe. Okay. So we're going to have that glare from the camera above. I'm sorry, from the light, I mean. But what I want to start off with is we are going to use a couple different brushes today. I'm excited about sharing a different surface and how fun it is to paint. So I'm going to start with a 12. I'm going to pull out some paper towels, and I'm using my double loader. And I've been painting a little bit already in the double loader, so I thought I'm not going to waste my paint. First thing I want to do is I drew a pattern on the paper behind me just to see where the pot and all is going to go. And so I'm going to do all the shape on here. This is multi-surface paint. This is a linen color. Parchment or linen, either one would work for this. All right, so we're going to come across here and pull this down. I could use a 16, but I'm using a 12 on this. Okay, and we're going to go across the bottom. Down and around across the bottom. So because I had that pot drawn, you could draw the flowers and whatever. I'm just giving you an idea. And the same thing if you're in a glassware, you can take and put it the pattern inside your wine glass so you can see what you're doing. Okay, so I'm going to come in here and put a white glow right in here. You see, it's just got a little bit of highlight right there. Okay, now I'm going to pull this out so that you can actually see it better on the gray. All right, because I can see that I'm going to wipe that off and get some more of, this is actually parchment. I was thinking it was linen. Okay, so you're filling that in. And you got to paint it quick because as it starts drying, then it's going to lift as we pull it off. All right, so there we go. Now, what I'm going to do next, I'm sorry about that light, is I'm going to use some different colors in the background to make this look even better. So let's put a little bit of teal. All right, that's aqua. Teal's a little bit darker, but we can use some Prussian blue with that teal. This is my double loader, and it helps you to be able to load the colors together. You tap it like that, you pick up this, and what we want to do is we're going to come all in here and put this dark in the background, so when we paint on top of it, it doesn't look like it's not, I mean, it looks full and luscious. It doesn't look like, oh, it needs like 5 more flowers there. Okay, so see, there we are. That'll help a little bit, right? So now I'm going to come in here and we're going to work on doing, oh, did I just scratch that? Oh, got to be careful. All right, so I'm picking up the citrus and the classic green. All right, so I want to pick that up. I'm going to add some white in there because I want it a little bit muted. See that? Now, I like different colors of green. I think it really makes a big difference in your work when you have multiple colors of green foliage. All right, so I'm getting those colors. I'm going to pick a little bit more of the, what do you call it? The classic green, both classic and citrus, and let's get some more white. because the white's going to tone it down so much. It makes it nice. I come out here. All right. Now that's light colors. Now we can even get more white. Work it in. Just keep working it in. Okay, so we can have some whiter colors. Now I am going to go right into the blue now. I'm going to come down here. See the light green? So it makes a big difference when you have multicolors of green in your painting. Now, when we put some flowers, they might go right over some of this, but I don't worry about it. Just act like you're putting a balance of the light green around. Okay, see a little bit. Now I'm going to go straight in here and get the classic green. I didn't clean the brush though. Do you see that? Now I'm going to pick up a little bit darker. Okay, see how that dark looks good in there? There you go, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, this is just an easy beginner class, and I just wanted you to see how much fun it can be. So far, we've just done the chisel edge up on the edges of this brush. That's how I make daisies and different strokes. So, now see, now I've got 3 different greens. You notice that? Oh, look how pretty that is. It picked up a little bit of blue. I can even come over here and pick up a little bit of blue. A little bit down here. A little bit down here. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to see when this dries, I can shade it, but right now you can't add any other things to it because it's going to, down here, I can't shade or do anything because it's going to peel up the color underneath. All right, I'm going to pick up some of that classic green and the Prussian blue with my liner brush. And you're going to come in here and then we'll just pull a few little strokes in here. All right, so you know, I'm putting those little, now you can come out here and do little ones. 2 script liner, and it's just classic green. I did put a little bit of blue. Prussian blue. You see that? All right, so now what I want to do is we're going to do a couple other flowers, but let me hit this with the dryer because then that's going to make it easier for us. So basically what I want to do before I put these other strokes on there is I wanted to dry that dark blue. All right, so I'm going to pick up an 8 and I'm going to put some colors in here, like we're going to make a lavender. Okay, so I'm going to go in between the white and the violet pansy and just come up with a pretty color here in between the two. All right, so what we want to do is we're going to bring up a few of these lavender flowers, and it's on the chisel and it's like a daisy. All right, so I'm just push, lift, push, lift. So when I say push, pressure, lift, and stay on the chisel. Now, if I get in here with some violet pansy and some white, then it gives you a nicer look. Push, lift. All right. So it's nice to have different shades of the flowers too. Oops, I dropped that. But that's okay. I can come down here. make a little bud. All right, so we're going to come in here, little teeny strokes on the edge out here, a little bit in here. So push lift. I'm going to flatten my brush out. Look, flatten it out, get it nice so it doesn't have those stripes in it. And then I can come in here and add some on top. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So getting this little lavender touch to it. But then I can come right on top and put some white. You see that? All right, then we'll put some white right there. All right, so we can now get a little bit of yellow. So I'm picking up white with the yellow. So I'm not double loading this very much because the brush is so small. I just want you to see that I can come right in here. Okay. To make them even smaller. And I can have a few trailing here. Okay. See just a few little yellow flowers here and there. So it's just a fun little project. I did take a little bit of white, and we could use a 6 for this. I'm still using the 8 just to show you that we put little dots in here of white. Now this is all so far, everything I've done is with the chisel edge, except for that little bit of liner work. So when I say I want to show you that chisel edge, all right. So the chisel edge is this edge of the brush. All right. Now I'm going to use my kiss tool, I think. I put it down in here and it gets lost. Okay. Maybe I'm not going to use it. I like it because, oh, here it is. The little dots in here. So I'm just picking up and doing little dots in the middle. And you fresh paint. I just love this plexiglass. You can hang it in the window, or you can hang it on a pretty wallpaper wall, or even a colored wall would look pretty of some kind because the color shows through and it gives it more dimension to the painting. So you don't want dried paint. You want to use nice fresh paint. When you're dotting, when this is the kiss tool, you can get it with the wipe away tool too. And so then you get 2 tools. And it's rubber, so it makes it really nice dots. It can get bigger or smaller. All right, you can also put some little dots in between to just give you a whole different look. All right, and then in the yellow, let's pick up some citrus. Nah, maybe if we put some darker blue in there. Where are we at? Yellow. Oh, I already put some white in some of the yellow ones. All right, so we can put some little blue dots. All right, and you can come in here if you want to with the script liner and make some inky, really inky green. And I can take and come around and just have some little bits of greenery, tendrils falling from this. You have some blue and green. kind of gives it a little bit of light, eerie look. Okay. All right. So I'm going to come down at the bottom, put a little bit of white across here. And a little bit more of the parchment across here. A little bit over here. See, after it dries a little bit, you can add more to it. All right, to make it look good. So there you go. It's just a fun little project. I am going to get a little bit of some brown. Sorry, it's noisy. And then I can put, let me get a smaller brush because I think you guys will like this. I can put a little butterfly with a smaller brush. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. These little back wings. And then I'll make some antennas on there and bodies. All right, so I'm going to take medium and grab a little bit of brown because I think this needs more. There you go. Just a little bit of brown. Gotta be careful and only do this if it's super dry, okay? Now remember, I put a little bit of white there in that one corner right there. And we're going to come right across here. All right, just a little bit of brown. And there you go. A little bit of shading in the background. All right, so let's take the antennas. And I usually use a little bit of brown, green, but I'm going to take a little bit of blue and then make little antennas on here. See right there, we lay the body. And then we do a little antenna there, a little antenna there. Oops, I'm not even on there. Can you see that one right there? Okay. A little bit more because I went over this. Okay. There you go, guys. You sign it and you're done. And I will see you next time. See right there? There you go. Thank you.